Hello folks, Exeter Rider, thanks for joining me once again. Now this week I've just got back from the Teignmouth bike meet, which is down by the station, and I met one of my subscribers with a Lexmoto LXR, I think it was an LXR. Really nice looking bike. For 125 it really sort of punches above its weight when you look at it. Looks a much bigger bike. But so yeah, good to meet you, mate. And just on the way home now, and I thought, wow, I didn't really do a video because I was speaking to too many people and I didn't want to film it and put people under that sort of pressure, so I thought I'd knock up a sort of why I ride video. It seems to be what a lot of people do, isn't it? Now I'm in one of those I'm in one of those modes where I don't really feel like filming, but sometimes that is the best time to film. I wonder if I can get past this car in a second. So just to put you through a quick bit of history from me, really, on my biking life. I've always lived in Exeter, and a friend of mine who now lives in Wales, he had a bike for, I think it was for one of his birthdays. It's a little TS50 Suzuki, and that used to be parked up in his drive, and we just used to go up and down his drive in it. We couldn't even turn around, actually, just used to have to stick it in first, go forward, and that was the end of that. But one day we went out to his cousin's farm and we had a play around on it. I thought, yes, I love this motorbike stuff. And throughout that time, really, I'd done motorbikes at fairs and Butlins. I used to do a lot there. They had 2-stroke 50s there, which actually went really quickly. They felt like sort of 200s, certainly when you were a kid. And from there on, it just sort of spurred on, and I didn't actually pass my full test until I was 30. So yeah, it took me a little while. Reason being is that my dad said to me that he'd rather I had a car first, because I remember what a twat I was on a bike, so I don't want you to put yourself through any risks or anything like that. And they said if you have a bike first, then I won't help you out towards a car. Which in later years I did actually find out that he did say to me, I would have helped you out anyway, but I just didn't want you having a bike and coming to any harm. So yeah, so anyway, I eventually passed my test. I had a Suzuki Bergman. When I had that, it was a 650 version, the big one, and I thought I'd insure Dad on it, because he really wanted to get me back on again, sort of put me pillion when I was younger. And if I can get past this, yeah. Really wanted to put me on the back of a bike when I was younger. It was just one of those things he always wanted to do. Never had the chance, unfortunately. But yeah, I got him insured on mine, and I dropped it off to his house, and I didn't see it for 2 months because he had an absolute ball on it. And now that he's gone, he died in 2016, it's just one of those fond memories. And I remember, on some of his last days, he said, he sort of bring it up and say, having that bike was brilliant, wasn't it? It was fantastic. And yeah, so that's just a nice memory. One thing I never got to do with Dad, which would have been lovely, of course, is to go out for a ride with him. That would have been absolutely fantastic, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it, unfortunately? And yeah, there you go. So that's how that happened, and it's just sort of spurred on from there. Then obviously the YouTube thing came along, and the reviews and all that sort of thing. I've got another separate video I'm going to do about how I got into YouTube, because that was off the back of another business, which yeah, long story. So yeah, what I like about biking is summer nights like this. It's absolutely beautiful out here tonight. Just right, nice and warm. What time is it? It's coming up to 9:30 now. Just got back from the bike meet in Teignmouth, which was nice. And the community of biking is part of the reason why I do it. I recently went to the ABR festival, and I met so many good people there, kindred spirits I suppose you could say, and yeah, just truly wonderful people. And you know what it's like with bikers when you go up to them, you just start talking. It doesn't matter that you don't know them, you know, just break into the conversation that you got a bike or whatever, and you could just talk to somebody for hours. And that's what sort of brings us all together without bringing us together. It's just natural, isn't it? Another thing is when you're having a bad day at work, and if I take the bike to work, then as soon as I put my helmet on, everything goes away. Mainly because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, but also that feeling of going around each bend and the forces of nature keeping the bike in an upright position. There's something magical about that, isn't there? And that's something that you can only get by being on a motorbike. That gyroscopic effect, even though it's not going around in circles. You know what I mean? It just feels great when you go around a corner and you're kind of hanging off a bike, but yet you're not falling over because of the physics. Another reason I like going on a bike is because you're thinking all the time. It's quite intense, even though when you've been doing it for years you don't know it's intense. It becomes second nature like anything in life. And you're always looking out and, you know, riding defensively, expecting the unexpected. Never know what's coming around the next corner or what you're going to have to do to avoid it if you need to. And again, that's quite, in a strange sort of way, although it can be quite stressful, like when you're riding through traffic and things like that, there's something about it which is just enjoyable. I mean, for me, filtering, I really enjoy filtering. It's like a computer game, getting in between the cars and, you know, going through. And it's a good feeling, isn't it, when everybody's stuck in traffic and you're just riding by. And especially when you've been riding a car for many years as well, and then you get a bike. It's brilliant. Obviously, biking for me has opened so many other doors with the YouTube stuff, shall we say. Yeah, not only has it opened many doors, but I've met so many good people as well. All my YouTuber friends. You know, I've got one in Launceston, one in Weston-super-Mare, one in North Devon, one down in Plymouth. And that's just my YouTube friends. And then I got my subscribers, Paul Rayland. I'm not even going to start naming names actually, because it gets I'm going to forget somebody and I'll feel bad then. But yeah, you know, some of you guys that I've been in contact with, you know, some have been there from the beginning. Philip Carey, he's always rings a bell. Always remember him because of his sense of humour. Well, if you can call it that anyway. And yeah, so many nice people, and I've met through doing this, and the dealers as well. And of course that's led on to trying different bikes as well, and that in itself is a fun job. Yes, it does become a bit of it does become a job, because it is an intensive thing to do when you have to review a bike. And you know, sometimes you've only got it for a few hours, and as soon as you get on it, your senses are on fire. You know, you got to feel every little part of the bike and its movement and the way it works, mechanically, physically, the whole lot. But you know, I've tried, I guess I must be knocking 100 bikes now. Maybe not 100, but well, I don't know, it might be. Yeah, it might be actually. But either whatever it is, I don't know if I have or not, but either way, it's a lot of bikes, and that it is good fun. And part of the reason this started was really I wanted to find what suited me and what bike I would want to buy next. The reality is that yes, I can pin it down. I mean, like I pinned down, I bought the BMW R850 because I like the boxer setup. I like the suspension on those bikes. You know, list goes on. But I only knew that because I tried the bikes. Yeah, so again, that's one of the reasons I like biking. In fact, I like the whole YouTube thing more than I like motorbikes, I think. But yeah, being in the open air on a day like this is absolutely beautiful. You can dig right down into the deepest part of your soul. Maybe that's a bit deep, but you know what I mean. It is pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, and go out riding with your friends as well and your mates. There's always a laugh or two to be had there. And again, you're sharing it with somebody. My mate Chris, took me ages to get him on a bike. You know, I was badgering him for years just to try it, and sure enough he tried it, and he really enjoys it now. And it's nice going out with somebody and sharing the experience. That's just a few reasons why I like biking. I might update this video at some point. But yeah, no, that's that for this week. So thanks for watching, and thank you for all your comments and likes and being part of my journey as well, because don't think that every time you click that like button it doesn't do nothing. It really does. It makes a huge impact on not only my YouTube channel, but also the way that my YouTube channel makes me feel, because you're doing that. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for watching. I won't go on any longer, as much as I want to. I need to keep the video semi-short. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Cheers.